jump onto him as soon as they take contact.
He's trying to get to keep his life here. Looks like he's trying to back towards A. Was looking like he was indecisive, and he's punished on that. Effective trades, at least for now, until nobody tips the scales. Sight looking somewhat secure, but the spike did get dropped. So the plant should be on the cards next.
This is going to buy time for the rest of G2 to get close. Jorg flashes out immediately.
Spike planted.
They don't have much more util for the retake.
Yeah, looking for that reposition towards Art here. Two of them posting up in this post plant. Chichu dedicated towards the site, but G2 starting to take those steps, trying to be bold about it. Chichu, the first contact made. Jorgamo clears. Jonah P bringing it all down to Smoggy! What is that? For Simon and Kung Kung gonna be the ones to watch. Close choke point being controlled. Jonah P, good for it. Leaf as well secures that push through, but the split's still on the way.
It is, but they managed to reinforce for the moment. And Leaf, he misses one shot, looks to finish off with the classic.
Yeah, this is lovely. Again, Kung Kung's still alive. There's always a threat, but I want to see G2 look robust in this, look very refined in their approach, but Kung Kung's having none of what they're trying to sell. Already going to take away Leaf, and there is a Vandal with Smoggy. They're not out of the woods just yet. Jorgamo does succeed in his fight, leaving it down to one man. This would be outrageous. Oh, that's a start, but 30 HP is so little to play with. Valen and Trent surely have got enough for this one. Half achieved, and Valen there. Maybe potentially under pressure, but there is a full of players on this side of the map, and actually Kung Kung wants it. He fancies it. Go, he's read him like a book. Left open. And red from start to end, and now advantage looking good towards the side. There's still 3 players here from G2, and Jorgamo wants this back as well. Where on earth is he going to go in this?
He repositions over towards A main. He's done this a couple of times in Americas. It's so difficult to play against.
This is outrageous from Jorgamo, trying to get right behind them. Gets away with one, but he's made this at least a bit of a contest. But the numbers still so good for EDG. Plant on their side. Valen not clean enough, and EDG stamping authority on this. Jonah P can make a go of it, but a 1v3 again. A lot to ask for, and Chicho doesn't. This is about to get rather messy, isn't it? Does EDG continue forward? Do they pause? It looks like Kung Kung wants to go for it, which feels a little too bold for me, but a plant is being facilitated. But Jonah P still wants more. Still on the site, still controlling the space, and G2 looking to try and pressure this as quick as possible.
They've also got full Art control, nicely planted for Art as well. Leaf needs to be a disruption in the flank, and it's shut down.
Oh, Chichu so on the money. Takes away Leaf. That removes one of the really viable approaches of holding this. Jonah P trying to stick through, at least get towards half. Will take the damage, and Chichu taking names. Edie. Bit of a glance, nobody looking lost in God knows where, but Kung Kung back sight. Flash ready, he's going back for more. Jorgamo deals with him, making something out of this. Finally, a little bit of a fight back from G2. Simon playing those really dangerous odds, trying to play towards the back of the side, leaving just 2 alive. Nobody still towards Jorgamo. Denied on the defuse. That's not going to get towards half yet. Leaf going to be put under pressure. They've got to still do something about this, or do they just call their losses on this one? The defuse is there.
G2, they're running fast rounds when they think Leaf has an op.
Yeah, but they've got to identify where these players are. They are so stacked towards pit. Trent is looking to maybe play off what Jorg's going to get here, but they're going to have to do this together. Good synergy, it's there! Trent with a good pick towards Simon. Now the rest of G2 need to stay up to this sort of pace here. Finally, Jonah P going to get a clear kill, no trade. Kung Kung and Chichu asked a lot of. Chichu has been golden so far, and a big opportunity. Oh, he's still fighting! A huge 1v2. He knows about Leaf. Does he know about Trent still? 7 bullets, 17 HP, and a bit of a dream. But Trent can make this one all but over. All but tears in the rain. Trent trying to call him forward. Chichu, he answers the call! He has. Go down with the ship though. G2 waiting. Reveal, Trent gonna find Chichu. This is looking like a slaughter, and it is! Trent and Valen line him up so easy.
Position with the retake, decent damage done, and Jorg, he's actually threatening the flank here. He didn't commit to it.
Oh, back of the site though. Gonna be bloodied by at least one, but the plant's in, but this feels really unstable. EDG can't play that comfortable post plant towards R. You're gonna have Trent controlling over towards Pit, and this late presence by Leaf almost offsetting the timing. We know that Chichu's been winning this fight out more often than not, but this time Leaf's on the case. Simon, too many targets. This time G2 are able to...
On the timing.
Like
is anybody aware?
they've been having his number. This time he's got the drop on Simon, but it's going to cause at least Smoggy to now be in a bad position for him. It's rough. You've got Leaf behind, you've got 3-4 players in front, but nobody is behind them. They have no... Oh, God! What an absolute nightmare! It's gone from...
Need to buy drone, or didn't? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he got broken at the start of the round or something.
Yeah, but you don't expect that from Leaf. He's this time lent way deeper down after that contact towards Long. He's taking the space. They're reading the game well. Giacomo gets picked out of the crowd, taken away. Sight looking like it's on the platter, but they don't like what they're seeing.
Obscuring vision.
Oh, G2 have been very fast with reinforcing the B site, and especially when you see this drone, you know that Trent's rotated probably all the way from A, right? That's where he's normally been playing, around mid, A. And Jonah P's position is just containing them. They know exactly where EDG are going to end.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but a missed shot for Leaf does give them at least a chance forward, right? Maybe a second go, but he fancies a second. Fire to the cherry, big shot, nobody goes down, good trade. Valorant falls, and step by step, the site's getting more and more EDG controlled.
Here comes Jonah.
Waiting for that eventual crunch, but they're looking towards it. Jonah P bides his time. We saw what happened with the Patience before. Does it strike again? But these two players can't fall here. Leaf can't go down, Trent can't go down, and EDG want to remove them, but the eventual close comes in. Jonah P, hold on, it's all on Jonah P. How has this turned around? Kung and Smoggy lean forward, take the fight to them, and put Jonah P in a 1v2. Looking for the first Smoggy, tucks in, he's gone down for the 1v1. Oh, what is that? Jonah P snaps up to Kung. A G2 suddenly with a... Now drone in. Spots the flash, and it's okay. We were all excited about a flash, but apparently it's a mass go over towards A. I have no idea what's gone on there, but by the end of it, we are still down in a 3v3. Spike's still with Leaf, so they can at least move away from this, but Kung's timing could be incredible here.
Especially because they're going to get stalled out by this Vice Wall. If it gets baited, or do they double swing over it? That's the only way of... Yeah, and now Kung's locked on the other side. Rough for Kung.
A little unfortunate, almost. Chichu, though, has been the headliner thus far, and it feels like he is going to get his moment. Kung is there, the wall just about dropping in time. Chichu a little bit forward on the flash, but does eat his teammates, but still going to know that they're going to be towards the back of the site. He's trying to buy his time. Playing Kung is labored, is Chichu to try and deal the blow, but look at the HP! It was messy!
Found anything. They've got to be towards mid or B, and you need to stay alive.
Whoa, Kung, why do I get nervous? There was a second when I felt like he could have had just God-given timing, but it does go the other way. And they look like they're going back towards B now.
That's a completely free site. EDG are just hoping that they fall back into their laps on the A. G2 was so slow. I mean, this reminds you back of more what they were doing in 2024, I think.
Yeah.
Concealment!
Again, caution being displayed here. There is, of course, that scoreline disparity. Not much, but you don't want to be making errors up against someone like EDG. You give them a chance, they will make something of it. And Leaf's the one to be going hunting here. Hearing these steps, good chance to farm up. 3 away from ult currently. Ah, this is lovely timing for him. Crowd loves a bit of it. Yeah, oh, okay, all good, Leaf. All good for Leaf, lovely for him. Ult potentially, Kung, yeah, didn't fancy it. Took the trip out of there, but Simon's now tucked in, and he's still fighting the good fight. I don't know how he even got one on that. Does get traded out, so G2 going to be continuing their pathway forward or pausing potentially. I'm looking at where Leaf gets to. Going to cause a couple of issues, keep those eyes turned across the rest of the map.
One suppressed.
Chichu doesn't have to really be that alarmed. The drone found Leaf, wasn't in front of the wall, but it has drawn a lot of eyes. I mean, all 3 players from EDG that are around mid were looking for Leaf. He's going to play his life and make sure he doesn't give it away too freely. G2 making the mass rotation. I think they've read that this is the same defensive setup as the previous round on the bonus. And EDG are not responding. They're expecting a re-hit. And this time, though, Chichu, instead of giving up his life, he wins the duel against Leaf. That's going to add a very different dynamic to the round.
Map is certainly not available. How does Chichu approach this? Does he want to try and get ahead? I think he knows that those vines were coming in, try to play a little in front, but Trent's going to punish, and now the plant's there. Trent, yes, down low, but much closer towards ult as well for him, but having to hold this in a 3v3 post-plant, going to be a little bit difficult. Playing it back in with Kung with that operator, not easy either.
No, they're not going to find very many opportunities, but this is a spot where G2 have got to be disciplined. Kung, he's going to start walking forwards, posting up on angles.
This is go time, surely.
Great smoke.
Keeps some insecure for a second here. Jonah P able to kind of play around this, and he does have Valen by his side, but already, they're on the site here, all eyes towards Trent, but they've got to keep in mind there's players on the back of the site, and when Kang's alive, there's always a chance. And Trent going to go for the ult here, 5 HP, but time is the imperative factor, and he's played it to the second. Great work from Trent, and around to even the score line up. Okay, so trying to play back closer. I guess it's Leaf who's under pressure. We're going to have a couple of fights on a couple of fronts, but a couple of players trying to hold them back, but it's Simon to break through. Nobody denies Leaf, and suddenly the flood is onto. Oh, what? No way! Valorant! No! God damn way, he knows where Simon is. He absolutely knows. He can get the reload, but it's 30 HP with 20 seconds. I can't believe I'm witnessing this. This could be unthinkable if Valen pulls this one off. And Simon now, surely you're nervous. You're getting a little worried, but the time, surely the time, it's going to be enough. Simon keeps his cool.
Player is going to come out on top.
Vision.
Surely, right? Yeah, okay, Smoggy. The doors are his. No one's getting past.
30 seconds left.
Now kind of forced in towards this B site. Still util here, so only 25 seconds. This is going to get really, really tricky. Time being bought. They got to go for this one. Trent just gets slung back around. I don't know how the hell that's happened, but Trent, Valen, and Jonah P going to try and make something out of nothing. 13 seconds. They're running too low on time. They have so little to play with. They can put a body to this. They can make sacrifices happen. They have the numbers, and overwhelmed, EDG take back the lead. It's all about timing for Simon now.
Bring them down.
And he's got a bit of a bite on that one. He's got the ult to play on too. It's 30 seconds. They have no idea. He's got flashed out though. He's completely out of it. Valorant clears, but it's back to the wall. Valorant, they got to make a go of this, and right about now, stall out towards the site. They want to buy time. Leaf's got to battle towards middle with Kang, but they need that plant down. Leaf wins his fight. G2 onto the site, and the plant's there. Are they going straight for this? They are. Jorgamo, he won't be denied this time, but he's stuck on the site. Valor bails him out. The 1-2 punch. G2 this time, pivot late round, leaving Smoggy in a near-on unwinnable scenario.
It does feel like G2, in terms of their macro, are a little lost. Now, Smoggy, we saw the 1v3 earlier, but a 1v4 is too much.
Decides to take the quick evacuation out. Smoggy, the next to be tested, doesn't fall foul for it, but it's still going to get his man. It's Simon now to try and post up on this, but he's got pressure on two fronts. The split and the timing is absolutely divine for G2, but Kang is still around on this site. And if this man is here, there's always a potential. There's a flank on the way as well. Nobody clearing through. That's a lot of space that he can confirm has nobody present.
Yeah, Jonah P's dead, so that wall is not active.
He is quick, isn't he? Kang is under threat though. They can't dig him out of this pit. They really can't. They're buying time with the odds. There's a lot of problems here for G2. 47 seconds, and the flag's coming in. Nobody makes his presence known, and the spike gets dropped again.
He should have landed the death blow here. Trent forced out into the open, and Valen left with the spike to scatter. He might be able to find the route over to B, actually. The round may not yet be dead for G2. Left. But it's gonna have to require something monstrous.
Valen, have you got that in you right now? Let's have the draw.
He nearly got the 1v5 ace earlier, didn't he?
Had to be
shut down by Simon. Simon's not alive. The logic's all there.
It all makes sense now. I don't know why I doubted.
Hello. He gave up on it.
Yeah, didn't fancy it. Got a bit nervous. Obviously, we know where they are. He got a little bit scared on the timing, but they are taking their time. Kang does have that operator, but nobody in Chi-Chu going to come back in with those Vandals. And with that walnut trip, the site feels small. Valen doesn't have many options. Does get to evade on the first. Not sure if he got spotted here, but Kang going to lead the way. Eye to the scope. Takes away Valen. The sites are going to clear a lot of space here, but look towards long. Look at how this has almost flipped around. Chi-Chu's up towards it. Nobody on the flank. It's Smoggy this time to take down Jonah P. Jorg's still here. These are stingers. They can't take these long-range fights. They want them to get close, but this is uncomfortable.
They are going and clearing out spawn, so they own a little bit of the map, but it's not really planning for there, and like you said, stingers.
Oh, this is so uncomfortable here. Valen trying to find a little bit of a corner to play from, but they are everywhere! But Valen does well. Takes away one. Trent chimes in, but EDG... Wait, Valen, I thought you got a little techie on that one. What on earth? How are G2 winning this out? Nobody! How has this happened? G2...
In fact, you see the rotates coming towards A.
It's so slippery from G2, so cerebral. This puts nobody in a do-or-die scenario, and look at the crunch. There's nowhere to hide! G2, pixel perfect on the execute, but stalled out for a second. 30 seconds now as the plant comes in, EDG down a man, but does that make a difference?
As they back up, EDG have got all the task ahead of them. No Cosmic Divide, no way for Kung to get in. This has got to be brute force.
They've got it. They can do it. Kung the first to take those steps, even up this one. Leaf with a missed shot. And now Smoggy chimes in with one as well. EDG never caring about the odds, never caring what the numbers may look like. As now Valen asked to fight Brilliant and he can't do it. Big clear towards middle. And Trent wants back in. This is dangerous. He isn't alone. Oh, Valen on the bailout. Takes away Kung, and they can slip back a little bit deeper, but this split is coming in no matter what. Nobody. This is lovely work from G2. They are just funneled into death.
There's no way that nobody knew that Vice Wall was there. I mean, he just walked through it into his death completely. G2 have bamboozled them with the defensive setup.
Watching this has been masterful. Simon, it feels like a formality at 1v5. Very, very difficult. And it is G2. But they're not falling for it. As much as this is all a bit of a ruse, how much do they commit behind it? Oh, he's so hungry for it. You don't expect him to chase that closer. They're going into the stack now. Yeah, they are. They're still heading this way. This could be going again. We might be going again. EDG, they knew what was happening.
In this spot, but Jorg is so aware.
How's he? He know. It feels like he knows. The timing's gonna be. Oh my good God, Jorgmo! There's no one like this man. Finding two. As it the awareness to identify the gap, to know of that possibility and play for it. But it's still a 3v4. We've seen EDG go up against these odds and still succeed, but in the smoke, waiting is Jonah B. G2 will have to play this in. Smoggy bringing it back to a 3v3. Valen, this is a really risky play here. Does he get out? He does. Okay, I was a bit worried he might get isolated in front of that, but nobody's taking away Trent.
I was just spamming the flowers.
Oh my God, but G2 now on the flank as well. He tried to get that pressure on the back line. Valen now has problems. Left, right, and the spike against him. G2 is an issue. It's so hard to clear. EDG. Man, I mean, it looks like EDG is sticking around, and as are G2. This might be headfirst for Halos here. They're going for it, and so far it's EDG out on top. Valen goes down. Oh, Jorgmo! When they need him, he seems to get two every single time. Kung and G2 this time around going to be asked a big question. Ult's already in. Jorg wants to find this man. You don't want to leave him unchecked. Has he found a gap? Absolutely not. Bye-bye! Gets out of there, but he still finds his man. Leaving G2 in a world of trouble. G2 right back. Get out of there. You're ringing the alarm bell. They are at the door. They're in the door. They're at the site. Trent gets a wild spray through the smoke, but now it's all gone to hell in a handbasket as Kung is breaking down the door, taking away Leaf. Fancy a go at Jorg. Turns the flash, gets back in time, but Jorg takes him down, just leaving Jonah P in a 1v3. And we talk about pace, we talk about aggression. EDG showing we can do it just as well. Lovely approach towards that B side, and Jonah P. This is incredibly difficult. Already stalled out, you're feeling those chances dwindling here. Feeling like 15 is fated for EDG. One left, one right, the crossfire near on Unbreakable. It's just gonna hold. EDG. Something has gone wrong. It feels weird already. There's two players here for EDG. Can they close it out in this round? G2 knocking, and this time it's G2 answering back to back. Looking for more. Oh, he can't get it. Jonah P gonna quell that aggression. If you're looking at nobody on the back lines, dealt with. Trent wants to carry this on, spots another. Just got to play his life here, play smart here. Doesn't need to do too much. He finds a little bit of safety to fall back to.
Simon's going to deliberately get hit by this. This is going to slow things down quite a lot. And I think Smoggy's got to take the initiative. I think he has to be the person who takes first contact. G2 are all moving their way forwards.
Oh, and Simon's just not going to have that chance. That was almost three players at the same time swinging. Looking like this ain't over yet.
It's a great decision by G2, playing dynamic in the post plant, not just holding positions and crossfires, though now they can settle into that kind of thing to shut Smoggy down.
That's nice.
Shut him out. Oh, but Trent might have a beautiful timing of his own.
This is a huge audio cue. Trent's going to hear it. He's going to find it. He's going to find G2 as well. Now all of this split, all of this intention through art, this approach towards A could be red, but nobody fancies it. He's still trying to go towards this. Jorgmo pop flash, has a look, finds nothing. Plant trying to be played towards. They've got it in. 4v3 though. Kung, Simon and Smoggy gonna have to stand together. Sends back Jorgamo. Another chance here, down to 3v3 now. Simon's unrelenting. He fancies some more. He's gonna get more. Leaf gonna deal with him, but it's traded out again. 2v2. Time now starting to become a factor here. G2 need to try and disrupt these final two players. And Leaf the one to put his body on the line, put his life on the line. Leaf?
No way.
Leaf?
No.
Leaf!
Oh!
Unthinkable scenes! There's G2. Round to the good, but a lot of pressure here through our Jorgamo is certainly not alone. He's gonna have a fight on this, and it's Smoggy. It's Chichu. Side by side, taking away the G2 players. Man advantage to EDG. Looking for a way back in. They try and fight towards the site, but they lose out as Jonah P left in a 1v3. And this match feels like it'll never end.
I mean, at minimum at this point, it's going to tie EDG's 18-16, barring something ridiculous from Jonah P. He's got a similar situation to Valin previously, where the over-rotation from EDG pulls people to A, and he's got a plan. It's again a similar spot where you can't really play back halls in this position because nobody's just going to clear you out with a salvo. And at the moment, Jonah can't do anything.
Uh-oh.
Well, it could be a bait.
It could be.
I think EDG realise it's not.
Oh, good. Oh, it's not good. It's rough here. He's still slipping around this. Hold on. Nah, come on, EDG. We're going. Trent kind of, I think Valen as well, both able to kind of fill the gap as needed. Jorgamo, this is a lot on your plate, mate. This is a lot of pressure. That's a pixel. He's found a body. Oh, another! He's got two again! This man is something. I don't know where he keeps getting 2 kills from, but every time.
Now the rest of G2 though need to fill up this area. Valent needs to make sure that EDG can't cross.
Oh my god, Simon's still good for it. I thought there was a bit more of a fight on that, but it is one out by G2. Stalwart and holding towards middle. Leaving just the man himself, right? Kung.
And an almost impossible situation. I mean, he's got an attack operator. He didn't even see a soul this round. Didn't have a chance to have impact. And it's also got to be rattling through the back of the heads of EDG that
30 seconds left.
If they hadn't allowed Leaf to stick the defuse in a prior round, they would have won the map already.
Can't feel good. If there was anyone to do it, it would be this man. Oh god, there was a feeling.
And Valent's missed the timing here as well.
Whoa. Kung is right here. He's gone down. This could be the floodgates open. Do they speed up off this? Taking pause for thought towards Art, but Simon needs to make a masterpiece out of it. He can't. G2 now on the line. This could be over. G2 surely in the driving seat now. A 4v3. Oh, G2, prove me wrong. Kids, proving me wrong. Valen and Jorgamo digging back in though. It's done. G2 make it across the line. Sensational scenes here in
it better because they weren't confident playing this in Americas.
Okay, big opponent to try and pull it out against as well, so they better have been ready for it. Smoggy already going to be drawing first blood. It's looking likely for EDG. Nobody right in between and leaving Trent feeling like a formality. It's sharp. Very much on the verge of contact. Guardian might give away the game. As a look, doesn't matter. Valen is going to take out Kung, but they know Chichu's here. Good flash and a nice try, but G2 do win out, at least taking the space towards long.
Having taken down the Vice, that should open up the door to A. They go with the Tejo drone just to make sure that there's no other trap around. Nobody's going to play himself in. With a judge in backside, what do you hope to accomplish here, buddy?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
There's no way. I mean, nobody will sometimes give you rounds like this where he just makes super questionable decisions, but he is a champs winner, and I am a bot. So...
Hello, man.
So I try not to judge, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not allowed to criticize any players anymore, all right? Unless you're a champions winner. That's the standard. Valent, gonna be forced out. Smoggy, having a go. Why not? Guardian, Bulldog there.
Any damage is good damage.
At this point going forward, yeah, because it is Vandals, Phantoms. These are expensive items. Jonah P is gonna take away Simon. It's no real threat to the round, but I'm looking at the economy. I think Smoggy knows he's not really getting much more than that and opts to back away and... No, yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you should be dying to
I was like, where are we off to, mate?
You don't...
G2 will have to be diligent in their clear, which they are going to be. This is now going to be very messy. Time to get out of there. Trent's going to get one. Valen on the follow-up, and EDG get punished for their bravado playing close sight. Flash through the smoke, we've seen it before, and it's rewarded again! Kung going to claim 2. Leaving in this 3v2, and Simon wants to play it forward. He finds a fair fight and a follow-up! How the hell are EDG turn? So many of these approaches have been hindered. Again, those plays through the smoke, the isolation. Cheech going to take away Valen, but it's traded out this time. They can carry on forward, but how many flashes have we seen through these smokes? How many times has this man been an absolute nightmare? This time around, G2 pivot where they look, clearing out the space properly, playing together, plants in play, Leaf. Ugh. That's rotten from him. Kung done for. Nobody handled. G2.
That means that EDG have to play super heavy for showers. What is Kung thinking there?
I don't know. And he has gone down for it. Simon just manic under pressure. G2 flooding the site. Smoggy's going to control towards showers. But again, there's some questionable choices going on here.
Jorg got roasted.
What's going on? Trent and Leaf. Do you really fancy going walkabout standing? I guess you do. Yeah, go on then. Nobody's waiting. And yeah, Trent wins it. Okay, but
oh, wow. That's nice.
Oh, Chichu has a glimpse, has a glance. He's got it. Trent now. He knew about Smoggy about a week ago, but to try and keep track of that. Okay, insta-ult. Drone off the back, but Kung is still going to hold towards short. You got to get past him still. Trying to be forced away, holding lamps. Leaf clears. They've got front sight under control. I say somewhat, because we still see Simon there with the flash. No one to really play through it this time, so having to stay a little bit more patient, wait for this plant now.
This is one of the first times G2 have got into a decent spot.
Another ult coming right back in. Tail ults on both sides. Jorgamo willing to put his life on the line, but he goes down for it. Leaf going to be pressured, and EDG sweeping through. One over towards Showers is going to be cleared. Nobody lighting him up. That's clean from EDG.
Raze ult versus Raze ult.
Here we go. Oh, God. What is going on? It's Jorgamo to find it. Traded out, though. And they still have control. They have a lot of bodies here. Lovely swing, EDG. This is composure. Expecting the play coming out as well. G2 are trying to go blow for blow, but the bodies are here. Simon just putting up numbers and just roasting Leaf for life. Jonah Pease, maybe that'll do something. But
oh, what a shot!
Hey, you wanted some individuals. All right, that's not bad. That's the fight. G2 can shoot.
Were you mocking the Guardians?
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, a written apology. I'll get to it. That's on me.
No, that's crazy though. G2 have just given themselves an opportunity, I think, here to be able to win the map. I mean, 4 rounds and then a pistol is vastly different.
Sometimes this game confuses me in ways that surprise me every single time, but now Smoggy and Simon gonna have to try have a little go. Yeah, not gonna happen. G2 at least gonna look to salvage around here. After what was a very underwhelming performance, Simon, yeah, there's just the pour on of utility. Timing alone is going to be rotten for him. And then, yeah, you're right, 4 rounds does give you a little bit, one which just slipped between the fingertips, but let's see if they can stick the landing, keep this clean, get onto map 3, Chichu. Looking sharp at the start, but overwhelmed and looking to be crunched on. Kung's there, and Jorgamo trying to just play his life. Trying to stay alive for a second. We got the TP support coming in, a little scared, but all good.
This is another really standard pistol round from G2. The flash, no follow-up. How do you get out?
Well, a shot like that will certainly do you some good. A 3v3 now, but does Lee feel this pressure? Does he feel the absence of resistance on the site?
He should do.
G2 starting to put it together. He feels uncomfortable. Something feels off here. The molly is an issue. But Leaf with a stunner. Okay, hold on. 2v2. But can they find these players in time? EDG trying to play to that clock here. Force the fight forward. Smoggy, lovely work. Being really slippery here. And Leaf previously up towards that heaven position, trying to do what he can. He's outdone here. EDG respect given in this one. Not wanting to make any mistakes here. And you can see G2 kind of gathering back up towards Lamps and going for the swing, and the timing was pretty good, catching a couple on the reload. Oh, but they didn't expect Jorgamo catching 2 off again. And look at Kung's HP, down at 8. He's the one with the Vandal. Not close enough to pass it out comfortably. He wants that plant. Chichu only on the Ghost. Oh man, this has suddenly become very doable. Kung trying to reposition here, but those stingers, yeah, that's a good spot for Jorg. Yeah, it's so nice from him. That 2 he found was just perfect. Not expecting that extra body, but Chichu, timing's everything. And he's been called off, down to 32. You think this one's got to be done here. They can start getting the defuse. Utilities coming in. EDG, little bit of a wake-up call. Can't take it too light, but G2 and Stick. Good info. They know what's coming here. There's 3 players for G2. Kung though, going to start flying forward. Takes the close space. TP there. Nice. G2 holding on. Kung the one to answer back, but it's G2 on the site. Solid in their hold this time. I'm waiting with bated breath for it almost to fall apart, but it's not here. They've held their composure well. And EDG just getting broken on the way in towards site itself and towards showers.
One of the players ended up dying to salvos as well. And the macro game actually being played really nicely by Jorg and Leaf, the 2 players on your screen here. They dominated in showers against the Tejo utility that was coming out and made sure that a crucial piece of map control was maintained the entire time by G2. And they've got the jump on Smoggy here. Though he is thinking about it, it would be impossible for him to deal with both of them and get the plan down.
And one away, but it's Chichu with his Smoggy, with his Molly still there. They're going to try and clear sight. You've got the ults coming onto this, layering it forward, trying to facilitate what they can. An angle for nobody could be lovely, but it's Chichu with the first contact. G2 trying to gap close on this. Chichu nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He's trying to play his life, and he still gets down Leaf. Quick trade. G2 unwilling to relent on this, but Util is the name of the game. They've got a lot of stall here. G2 are going to have to try and work this out somehow, even with the numbers. It ain't going to be easy. Look at it. Poured on. Jonah P puts himself forward. Nobody comes in. Trent on the trade, but time is everything. You've heard the ult going through. I think Smoggy knows he's done enough here. Trent can try what he can, but it's EDG.
Control heaven.
Oh, Leaf. That doesn't look winnable. It really doesn't. EDG posted up on this. 2 players waiting. Nobody good for it. Valen does strike back towards Kung, but now Jonah P, the man who went large, who went above and beyond for the boys before, now he's trying to hold on to it. Nobody. Forced a little further forward. Dog goes in. It's all getting messy now. On towards the spike. Nobody going to take away Jonah P. EDG! Put it back towards B. Yeah, he's made it back through now. Simon's got to be cautious. He's very isolated. Nice work from Jonah P, but it's Chichu all in the meantime taking away the sport. Once again, Jonah P gonna have to go nuclear, and he makes a damn good go of it, but the site's already won out. We saw Chichu getting that damage done in the meantime towards the 2 players. Jorgamo has hit a decent timing on this rotation, but it will be a post plant, surely.
He's hit a good timing, and he's got past the thorns. He's given away his position.
Less likely to work out now. TP as well, identifying where Leaf will be coming from. This is all feeling very known. EDG going for the secure plant in the middle of the site. Chichu takes away Jorgamo. They heard the TP. They know where he is, and EDG so well, genuinely. And look at this again, very simplistic in approach though here. No split through showers, all in through short, and it's a brawl on the site. Jonah P does well, but he's the only one to do well for G2. It's lights out for EDG so far. They've won out the site, they got what they wanted. They add another body to the list, putting Leaf all alone. And the plant's there as well. 13 and map 2 beckoning. And Leaf could do nothing but die. EDG back in the game, and we are going the distance.
What a response, what a pop-off. Kung play. Pressure on the site anchor.
Chichu, huge challenge. Oh, nobody, gonna keep him safe for now. Takes away Jorgamo. That's lovely. Chichu can reposition a little bit on the site. Valen does find nobody, but if it's Leaf now on the line, and this is G2 brawling out, a lot of angles to worry about, but they come out on top. Chichu gonna find one right in that smoke. Jonah P's gone down. This is still a 2v2. Very doable. The HP, yes, favorable to G2, but with Simon and Chichu still in this, I'm not writing off just yet. Chichu. So low on HP here, gotta come together. Oh, Simon snaps and takes away Trent's head. Working it back in together. So day for EDG. 4 players present, a very proactive Chichu, and they've read him again. Kung! How dare I doubt you on this, Neon? Just through smokes. He knows what he's doing. He's fine. The eventual approach from Leaf is coming in, but they've still got this so sewn up. Okay, that's one. Now he's gonna know Kung's around still. Nobody gonna be noted as well, but does he get to live? No, he doesn't. Kung still in control, looking for more. This is 3 for him, keep in mind. There could even be an ace here as well. Near on back-to-back, they fancy it too. The crowd's having a go for it. They're calling him forward. He was the one showing off at the end. Showing the crowd what they wanted, but Jonah P shuts them up. It ain't over now. A 1v2, 37 seconds. He's got the spike and 2 individual fights, but pinning down nobody is incredibly difficult. Maybe
30 seconds
he could hazard a guess at Chichu. Maybe. This is 25 seconds and it's all guesswork now. Takes a gamble, takes a chance, takes a death.
Whereas you go and watch what they've done on Fracture in the past, it's fast, fast, fast.
My God, but Trent's already gone down, leaving Jorgamo on his own. This feels, again, it's going to feel a little lacking. They've seen no one else, and they're already looking for information down towards B main. They felt a little pressure, and they went, that's weird. There's no one following that up.
But Valin has called a really nice fake here. Because G2 have conditioned in their prior matches that they always go the first place that they make noise, now they've got a clear access to the A side. Unfortunately, it's a 3v5 because the 2 players faking on B have died.
I like what Jonah P's trying here, but it's really risky. He had to hit it the first time of asking, but Chichu already denies. It's down to 2. Leaf's position could be actually pretty spectacular, but it feels like it... Leaf? Oh no, he's got no idea. He's got no idea. It's not even the flank that gets him. It's Kong! EDG absolutely favors Kong at the moment. The rest of the team making it over now. The utility, the odds, everything poured on. Kong dealt with. Leaf now with a new lease of life, but nobody. Back-to-back impact. EDG starting to clear on through, and Leaf just wants to live. You don't get that chance. Nobody applying pressure. Valin punching back. It's still a 2v2. Jonah P, lovely little off angle here. It's Valin being dominant. The operator has his ult here. Valin gonna have to be ready for this. Nice from Jorgamo, gonna take the space, and Jonah P's done well. Hold on. This is now still gonna be contested. Kong wants the space back on the site. He's gonna get it. Rips him away from tower. And that spike is quaking in its boots in the hands of Trent. He can't go any further now. This is uncomfortable, but does he get timing? Maybe. This pause, this lull in the round. But with the flank from someone like Nobody, you're not that worried about them walking back towards A.
Not at all. Both G2 players are going to have to find great timings and great duels.
Nah, not going to happen with this man, is it?
Down B.
Leaf. Great first, sort of performances here, but again, he
Could offer him impact. He's not thinking about it though, is
Nah.
he? Oh, he is.
Oh, he's
Caught.
Yeah, done for. The map now looking near on impossible to approach EDG here in numbers. The gap closing again. And G2 being strangled out of this one. Smothered as they try and work forward. Jonah P and Valin just inundated with util. Look at it. It's everywhere. There's nothing to do but die. EDG. I want to say no.
Well, at the same time, it's Kong. Who knows?
Oh, God, of course. He catches Valin. A reward for that sort of behavior. Now they're going to be just scratching their head going, Christ, what are we meant to do now? Denied on the plant. Paranoid about tower, have to clear it. Stalled out, rotations are in, stuns coming through. They're waiting, they're pausing, they're hoping, they're praying. And maybe this time there's an answer. Leaf desperate to get there in time. Jorgamo surrounded and on an island. He's dealt with. 13 seconds, the spike is so far. Leaf has to find the kills. He gets Smoggy. The flash will show. He knows 6 seconds. He's got to make his choice here. He's trying to find him. 2 seconds. 1. He's run out of time. Nobody puts him. Confidence that could last a tournament. Kong already. Leaf, you've been liking a bit of dish? Nah. Ooh, body block. He's still going to get the kill. They're still willing to brawl. It's a 3v2. It's still a man advantage on EDG's side.
At this point, G2 are playing not to get embarrassed, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, the win just can't even be in their mind. The 10-2 half is the best that they could hope for if Trent and Valin are able to put anything together.
Okay, I mean, Trent's 1 off from ult. A bit of util left. Same for Valin, not ult-wise, but util-wise at the very least.
And the pause in the round here is to try to catch a potential flank that comes through. And EDG have been active, they have been flanking. But every time G2 pause and wait, it's not happening. You know, they're just sometimes making the right call in the wrong round.
Chichu just chilling in, Cam.
This Cam has been getting so much value. It caught Leaf in a variety round as well.
Oh, that's a dirty little trip. Does get handled, then the cross does get spammed. You see Trent went low for that, but the plant's in. Quick stun. And looking like a quick retake as well. Simon on the drive-by, just going to catch Trent, leaving Valen in a world of trouble. In a 1v3, he's going to try and do what he can. We need heroics from G2 to even give them breathing room, and a desperate attempt here for Valen. Smoggy and Simon. Clean so far, playing by Hiller. Nice from Valen, but not nice enough. A near...
I'm not a maths guy.
No. It's not looking great though, but EDG getting closer and closer. Oh, Kong straight in. Oh, Chichu. Yeah, light him up, EDG. Give him hell. Jonah P and Leaf. Mile away. Good
Wrap
luck,
it up.
boys. Yeah.
Stick a fork in him. There is no hope out here. EDG, no mercy. And nobody, by the way, has just decided to have a game to end things on.
Oh, this is a one. Okay.
They have a potential to collapse on them here in sand. Oh, Leaf would have been gifted a freebie.
Oh, they're going for it. Having a little swing on this one. Trent with utility, gonna do well. It's a 3v2. This is the advantage they haven't had in a minute. Just give G2 stingers. Oh, Chichu, are you gonna do this on your own? A 1v2, no spike. Got Jonah P looking like he's nervous as hell up towards heaven, and I would be as well. There's no way he's gonna find a fair fight. Oh my God, G2, it's all on your shoulders. Close it out, he can't. Trent
Want to commit to it. If he had more people with him there, Chishu could have been a target. You see how quickly and confidently he backfills the space.
And Chichu wins it too. You can see why he's confident. Support comes in. You're never alone with this team. And they're on the site. Simon doing well. Jorgamo with his 2, but it's down to Trent and Valen to try and keep this heartbeat still going. As EDG now with time on their side. Sit back in this post plant. You're right, confidence is still very much there. Doubled up towards Sand. Looking like they want to try and get a fight on this. Chichu's fallen, and G2 again, another step. This could be where it all goes to pieces as well. Sheriff Stingers. And, oh my, George.
What the hell is going on?
You don't get to see Jorg making mistakes often, but that was certainly one, making an absolute meal of it. Trent, Valen, and Leaf now at a numbers disadvantage. Plants in, Simon gonna get away as well. Okay, but clearing sight. They get to step forward, clearing dish. They kind of know, or should know, these post-plant positions and can hazard a guess at it, but they still have to dig them out.
Oh, they do just clear it before Leaf gets his toes caught.
Okay, nice bit of stall. Starting to get a bit nervous now, especially with Chichu's reposition. Does get seen, but they're still making a go of it. Down to just Trent now. Is this how you go down with a whimper? It might just be EDG living up to their legacy with a monstrous 13-4, decimating G2.
They just took every other team at Masters Bangkok.